realistically. You know, I mean, come on. I mean, he's a nice guy, but he's not right about anything. Oh, well, here's the thing. I've explained the kicking thing a gazillion good times, okay? There's a whole bunch of other choices. You go to any other Stickam room, and you can have a bunch of people talking over each other, talking in circles, talking the same shit over and over again, circular arguments forever and ever, blah, 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 blah. So I make a different rule. So you got it, yeah, you got a choice. You go somewhere else. You don't think you're getting your chance to say your shit, then go somewhere else. Well, whatever, Jamie. I'm just saying that you're making the argument that somehow I'm not allowing people to prove me wrong. Um, I'm saying I make videos on YouTube. That's what I primarily do. I don't do this is a secondary thing. I primarily made videos on YouTube. I'm not on YouTube now, but yeah, you can still make response videos to me. So that's it. You got an argument to make, you make a fucking video. And then I'll make my counter argument to your video. So there's no way I'm suppressing your speech. You can say your bit, and then I'm going to say my bit, and then you'll say your bit, and then I'll say my bit. And I don't think there's anything unfair about that. But this is Stickam. It's a little different environment. I'm not going to have the same redundant arguments over and over and over again. Well, whatever. That's your argument, okay? That's your argument because you think that reality has something to do with some sort of feeling, and I think reality has something to do with some sort of rational intellectual description. So we're arguing from two entirely different places, and we're going to expect a different kind of communication. You want to say something like, I love you, everyone, everybody, you're just all so special to me, blah, 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 and you think now you've solved the problem. I know that people have to understand that when they look at another human being, they have to see that there's another consciousness just as valuable as them. That these are just things. These are truths about the existence. They're not feelings. They're principles. They're ideas. They're concepts, and so they have to be communicated a different way. You don't communicate them with fucking feely, touchy bullshit.
But Gary, just a second. Jamie, just a second. Just a second. But Gary, you really should not worry. Like, if I ever come close to the button for the destruction of the world, I will just, press it. So you're like, you're safe, you know.
Oh, good. The suicide machine lives beyond me.
Amanda, I just had one question. I'm always curious about that moving square mirrors that float around you, like throughout your videos, but I've always noticed that mobile, and I'm wondering, is that your artwork, or is that just a piece of art you have in your house?
Yeah, well, I made it. Yeah, it's like little paintings on one side and mirrors on the other side of the glass, and so it's just like I said, whatever those things you hang from the fucking ceiling, and it's like 30 years old.
It has paintings on it? Like you've done paintings? It just looks like copper or mirrors. I can't see any paintings. That would be really neat sometime if you ever felt really bored, other than your bird captures you could do once in a while. I'd like to see that art.
Yeah, well, it's really not my best. Like I said, it's pretty old stuff, so it's not. But yeah, they're just little.
That's
Whatever.
what would be cool about it, is seeing who you really are, like from scratch, um, like stuff maybe that people can't find about you, because like a lot of people that Like, let's say you become super popular overnight. You would have no idea what your influence does to people or to the world. You really don't. So I'm not sure why you feel so insecure about yourself. But that's okay. I can deal with that. I have that too.
Well,
But
myself, I don't even want to be part of this in a way. You know what I mean? If I could find somebody who had the charisma thing, and I could just feed, you know, I could be the guy in the bushes who just tells them what to say, you know, okay, hit them with this idea next. I'd rather have that role. I mean, I don't. It's like I just want the ideas to be sold. I don't want to have to be part of the selling package at all. I mean, you don't. I'm nothing. I am
pretty
so
hard to do that without
goddamn
collaboration.
simple at the core.
You need to collaborate. Like, in order to project your ideas and your thoughts, you're going to have to find soldiers and people you trust and people that know how to handle your shit and they know how to distribute. You're going to have to find soldiers in a
Well,
way.
it's to distribute. Like I said, exactly. It's right. Well, I'm not saying I'm not opposed to it. I'm just saying I got to find some really hot chick, and you know, who will just, and I can Svengali her. Like she'll believe anything I say, and she'll say it, or something like that. Well, whatever. I'm just saying. I'm just saying I don't really want to be the messenger. I don't really. Well, Zomgits doesn't exactly go where I go philosophically.
You guys kind of have some message.
Yeah, but I don't think you're going to see a video from her talking about how life is futile. I don't think you're going to see that.
What about that other girl? She's like harsh. She had her hair all white and then she shaved it, and then I can't think of her name, but she pays attention to you a lot and she's kind of off skew.
Yeah, she's way off skew. The tattooed one, what's her, Wolfosaurus or something, right?
Yeah, she seems to actually get your base, but she talks like almost outside my level of perception, which is really strange because I'm way out there. So I find it so fun when I find someone who's further out there. So I found that intriguing for me because I was able to feed back off of you and her.
Yeah, the only thing wrong there is that she's had a kid, and so she's really stuck on the justifying the life mission thing. She's not going to get the let's not perpetuate the madness. It's the same roller coaster ride. We're just doing the same shit all over again and over again and over again. And the reason why it makes sense is because we die. If we didn't die, we'd understand how stupid and futile it is.
I think some people don't realize why they don't want to have children until they do have children, like that kind of philosophy, or they suddenly come to the realization that it's okay to be productive, like the pyro thing. Like, a lot of times it's very hard for me to follow that mindset when you're reproducing. I have this argument with my brother all the time because he's on his fourth kid, and I have trouble influencing these four people that are told are my responsibility, and I don't really like that being put on me. So we have that argument often.
Yeah, well, it's an ugly part of the whole philosophy is to having to deal with that fact, because people don't want to give up on this traditional notions of what life is about, and life is about this, fighting through it and perpetuating it and, all that kind of crap. And so it's not easy to get people to deal with that reality. But I mean, the fact that they don't even think far enough to know that, with each kid, they're just buying time. Eventually they're going to have the Elephant Man. Eventually they're going to have a Gary, some kid who's going to wake up when he's 5 years old and be conscious and say, what the fuck am I doing here? I mean, I don't remember voting for this, you got a different plan I can live on? Because this one's all fucked up. I mean, and what are you going to do about that?
It seems like already aware with my brother's third child. She seems aware, and she's not even 4 months. She seems aware that this is a shit game. And his third child, we were picking names.
When you're 4 months old, it is a shit game. Literally. Hey, math fails. What the hell is this shit? Come on. It's just a little too much crotch, thank you. A little too much.
It's very friendly. Tell us about your group of whatever you're doing there, Matt. Like, what are you doing with your group of friends there? Can you explain yourself?
Oh, they're holistically, they're holistic giving each other a little rub.
No, they're not mad, but